Let's go.
Okay, Mark Gellard here, and we're always talking about the ultimate fighter in tennis. We often use role models like Rafael Nadal. Well, today we have the ultimate fighter from Argentina, Diego
Visotzky.
who is a professional MMA fighter, and he's now training some tennis players, and he just got back from Roland Garros, and today I have a couple of questions for him to see how he can help you with your tennis game. So, yeah, a lot of people are talking about being an ultimate fighter in tennis. What do you think this means, and what is the mentality of a fighter?
Actually, I think it aims to the mental aspect, because tennis is a very stressful sport. I'm just getting into tennis, and for what I see, it's very tough. I mean, it's tough. It's long matches, and they have to put up with a lot of stress. So they have to become not physically fighters, but especially mentally fighters, to go through all the physical stress and the competition itself. So through the physical training, you can make him stronger mentally.
Right, right. And you've now been working with a professional tennis player, and you've seen some other training from different players. What do you think of the way currently players train physically?
Yeah, well, actually, I think tennis players, they play a lot. You know, they compete all the time, and they play all the time. But they're not. It's not like they take very seriously the conditioning training. And I think that if they would, or the ones they do, could help him very, very much. Not only in the physical condition, but also what we were just talking about, the mental situation.
Right. And if you know, tennis players often struggle with mistakes. If they make a mistake, they lose a point. In your sport, if you make a mistake,
you go to sleep.
You go to sleep. Exactly.
Yeah, as a tennis player, you commit one mistake, you lose 1 point. Commit 10 mistakes, you lose 10 points. If we commit one mistake, we go to sleep.
That's right. What would you say then is the biggest thing that tennis players could learn from fighters like you?
Yeah, the thing, what I'm doing with James Ward, which is the guy that I'm training, is you're not going to train him as a fighter, but you can use many of the fighting techniques or methods to put into the tennis conditioning training. That's what I advise and what I'm trying to do, and we've been working for a month, and you can really tell that it helped him a lot, because he's totally changed his attitude towards the training, towards the playing. We haven't been working for a long time, but you can already tell and see that he's done much better.
Yeah, and he had a great result out there today.
Yesterday he won. Today he won again.
That's great. So he's having good results.
He's good. Yeah.
Can a fighter like yourself in a different arena, but can a fighter be created and made, or do you think it's just something you're born with, being a fighter?
It's both things. Because there's a lot of, I mean, you have to have the personality to be a fighter, but you have to learn all the technique. I mean, you can be tough, you can be strong, but it's a combination of, especially in MMA fight, in MMA, because as a boxer, let's say, there's not so much techniques involved, but as an MMA fighter, you have to learn how to punch, how to kick, how to take down, how to defend, how to attack. There's too many techniques, so you have to be born, you have to have a certain personality, but if you don't learn the technical aspect, you're not going to get too far.
Right. So as a fighter like yourself, what would you say the best kind of training is for a fighter? And then if you would tell us a little about the best moments in your career.
For a fighter, not for a tennis player.
For a tennis player, what would you take?
Mark, let's just stop.